everyone. I hope you are doing well. So I figured I should probably record this video in advance because I'm gonna have to find time to actually go here. I gotta talk to Randy and see if he can't go with me because I really don't want to go by myself. And if I do go by myself, I'm driving by. I'm not stopping for nothing or anyone. So anyways, today's video is about the legacy of Arthur Blood. So let's just get into it because I've been talking about this one and I still got to get a hold of Randy and see if I can't get him to go with me. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Folks around this area who are interested in ghosts and strange happenings eventually take the short drive to Flora Township. It is a pretty rural area with nothing much to see except for crops and farm animals. There's not much there to indicate that this stretch of road is very well known to anyone who is even remotely curious about the paranormal. There are several legends attached to the road, with the unfortunate name of Bloodspoint. Though no one seems to remember exactly when these started, most agree that they have been spread for generations. The name may make one think that something tragic happened there. The truth is, the road was given the name of the first man who settled in the area in 1841, Arthur Blood. The stories about the road have continued to spread, and now to visit there is almost a rite of passage. Whole carloads of people will drive the road late at night just for the chance that they will witness something supernatural. The stories are much like the stories you hear all over the country. Stories of hellhounds that guard the cemetery, a witch that caused problems for the early settlers, and children hanged from a bridge or who died in car accidents have persisted for years. Mike Rutland, a former team member of the now disbanded Forest City Paranormal, was interviewed recently. He shared details of an encounter with one of the legendary dogs. Mike was driving down Bloodspoint Road one night with a friend. It was a warm evening, and they had the windows down in the car. They heard a strange noise coming from behind. Mike described the sound as similar to metal dragging on the concrete. Suddenly, there was a huge dog's head in the window, growling and barking. We were probably going over 40 miles per hour. This thing came out of nowhere, Mike stated. Mike went on to explain that he studies the occult, and these large black dogs are often collectors or the protectors of lost souls. They were near the end of Bloodspoint, not far from the cemetery, when the attack took place. Mike theorizes that these dogs guard the area surrounding the cemetery. Other stories claim that while driving, people will be followed very closely by a large black pickup truck. Some tell of their frightening experience of having the car race up behind them, practically blinding them with the bright lights. This truck rides their bumpers, causing them to go faster to get away. Suddenly, the truck will disappear. They believe that the unseen driver of the black vehicle meant to harm them. Bloodspoint also has a story of Belvidere, an alleged witch. This story has different versions. One version includes a story of old Arthur Blood. Arthur and his wife were blessed with many children and a large lot of land. They had livestock and their fields were very productive. They got along well with most of their neighbors, even old Lady Beulah. She was mean and nasty to the other folks, and everyone called her a witch. The Bloods didn't listen to what the neighbors said, and they let their children play with the old woman, who treated their children very well. Things went along like this until the winter of 1842. No one was prepared for a winter that was very severe and seemed to last forever. 1/3 of all the livestock in the area died. People suffered horribly. When the spring finally arrived, it brought no relief because fires destroyed all the crops and orchards. I can't talk. People started pointing fingers at each other, trying to blame someone for the devastation. The neighbors turned on the Bloods because their children had a relationship with Beulah, whom they suspected had brought these trials to their community. They whispered about the Blood family and spread rumors about the children losing their souls to the devil because of their friendship with Beulah. At first, Arthur scoffed at these rumors, but after a time, he began to believe them. He was tortured with the thought that his children's souls would be lost. In his desperation to save his children from eternal damnation, Arthur decided that he should kill the children before Beulah could turn them against God. Arthur hung them from a railroad bridge. It is said on certain nights, when the moon is just right, you can see their little bodies swaying under the train trestle.
Okay, Angel's Adventures. Hey, did you get the drone?
No, I didn't.
What the shit?
I did. I said we're not gonna do it this time.
Ah, some bullshit. We're at Bloodspoint Cemetery, and she doesn't want to get the drone, and I forgot my damn boots, my snow boots. So it was about as far as we're getting today. Son of a shit! Look at that sunset, though.
It is a pretty sunset.
That is pretty cool. Yep. Yeah, you picked the day. What is it, like 6 degrees out right now? Fucking
Yeah,
great.
The guy was nice though. He's like, "Oh, you guys need help?" No.
Yeah.
Red light on?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it! What'd I do with my gloves? Yeah. I know, right? This one just automatically turned off. Mine is too. It is.
Let's do this. Let's slap the GoPro in the back window. We'll flip it around and we'll drive by. We'll go like left forward.
Or do you just want me to,
No, I think it's because it's so cold.
or do you want me to stick it out the window?
I mean, you can.
Well, I mean,
You didn't
Just,
bring gloves. I brought gloves. I didn't wear them.
yeah, and I didn't bring boots either, right? If I would have brought my snow boots, I probably would have went in there, but oh.
No. Too many people out right now. I just wanted to.
All right, I'm just gonna record from the inside of the car. Here in a minute. All right, there we go. We'll just drive past it. Bloodspoint Cemetery. We'll come back
We'll come back with the drone.
when it's not snowing.
When it's not -6.
We'll start recording. Wait.
Oh shit.
Was I not recording?
Probably not.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, no trucks following us yet.
You recorded the cemetery though as we drove by, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. Son of a.
We're gonna start doing this more so you get
Yeah,
more.
so I can get more acquainted with the GoPro.
Yeah. You know I have a chest harness for it too, right?
Great. Now you tell me. Fucking wonderful. I could have had a fucking like. What do they call those? The cop cams or whatever.
Oh, body cam.
Body cam. I could have had a body cam.
Yeah, you could have had a body cam.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I have a chest strap.
We gotta
for
work on
chest
our
harness.
communication here.
Hey, I'm just now bringing you into my world, man. This is what I've been doing. I've been working towards this shit for like 2 years now. I didn't think it would ever go nowhere.
Yeah, I mean it. Probably the reflection.
But it's not even wet, dude.
The sun.
It's not even. Where's the stop sign? It says there's a stop sign. Where?
Right there.
Oh
Oh fuck, we're gonna die.
shit. We didn't die on the way here, but it also was not dark.
But did you die?
Oh my god, we really. We weren't even up there that long. Just snowmobiling down the whole road.
Yeah, I don't think I got that. I'm always fashionable. We're just going over.
Yeah,
Why not? It's pretty.
we're just going.
It's a party bridge.
Oregon Street Bridge.
In the other version, Bula takes revenge on the settlers when they blame her for the bad winter and spring. They forced her out of her home. She returned and lured the children out to the woods where she hanged them. Wait, whose children? They forced her out of her home. She lured the children out to the woods where she hanged them. So Arthur hung his own kids, and then she lured extra kids to go hang them. Okay, I didn't know that part of the story. They say Witch Bula appears in the woods beside the road, accompanied by her black cat, still seeking vengeance against those who harmed her. Her cat will dart out into the road in front of vehicles, forcing them to swerve and crash. Bula's hatred has supposedly cursed the whole road, making all sorts of bad things happen. One accident that she allegedly caused involved a van full of handicapped children. The van driver was a lovely young woman who really cared for the children. They had all been to a party, and some of them were still in their costumes from the day, including the driver. She was dressed up in a clown suit. Fuck that, I'm not helping. Let me see a clown on the side of the road. Believe I'm not helping them. I'm not helping them. I'm not doing it. They better hope I don't try to run them over. I can't fucking stand clowns, dude. She was dressed up in a clown suit with her face painted with a large smile. The children had a busy day and some of them were dozing. It was a long drive, so to keep the others entertained, the driver was singing to them. She often glanced back in the rearview mirror to ensure the children were still strapped into their seatbelts. It was during one of these glances that something ran into the road. By the time the driver looked back, it was too late. She turned the wheel to avoid hitting the creature and lost control of the vehicle, hitting the guardrail at high speed. The van went off the road, breaking through the barricade and plunging to the railroad tracks below. Everyone in the van was killed. The driver was horribly mangled from the steering wheel. The legend goes on to say that the children are still there in the woods by the stretch of road where the accident occurred. Some people swear they have seen them, while others have heard the sounds of children's laughter when they left their car. The children are supposedly there to help anyone who might have issues with their automobile on that stretch of road. The legend states that if you stop your car on the road and put it in neutral, the ghosts of the children try to help by pushing the car out of danger. Witnesses who have tried this have sprinkled baby powder on the trunk, only to find small handprints left in the powder by the ghostly children. Now, I've heard this story so many different times in so many different areas. I'm wondering if it's just like one of them things that's like everywhere. Because I've heard this story, and I knew about the story associated with Bloodspoint as well, but I've heard it in other places. I don't remember the places, but you guys might remember this story too from some other places. If you do happen to try this and get out of your car to check, you might hear the children's laughter coming from the woods nearby. Sometimes you might even see their small shadows in those woods or the ghost of the driver, still dressed in her clown suit. Fuck that, guys. If I see a fucking clown ghost, I'm done. That'll be the death of me. A clown ghost? I'll be dead on the side of the road from a heart attack. Can't. Research has shown some things in these stories are actually true. There actually was an Arthur Blood. His whole family lived here in Boone County in the 1830s. Arthur was the first to settle in the Flora Township. He was married, and there was a boy under the age of 5 in the household. Arthur built his house on a hill there, and it became known as Bloodspoint. There were 2 families who joined them, the Daniel Bliss and Waite Rice families. They lived in one of the log cabins that Arthur built. I can't talk. Daniel Bliss died in 1846 and was the first person buried in Bloodspoint Cemetery. Waite Rice died a couple years later and was buried there too. Research has not yet found any bloods listed in the records for that cemetery. There have been some terrible, fatal accidents along Bloodspoint Road, but so far, no research has found one involving a van or bus full of children. Some of the accidents might have been caused by an animal darting across the road, but this was not mentioned in the news accounts. Most people would have trouble believing any of these claims in the light of day, but each year, new stories of encounters are shared. While research has not discovered the true origins of these stories, other than the unfortunate name, of course, the true mystery might just be why these claims have continued year after year. And that is the end. So I'm really hoping Randy will go with me. I'm sorry this video is gonna be kind of long. And then we can go get, footage for the video to fill. And maybe we'll stop and take some pictures and I can use them as my background. So we'll see what happens, because right now I see a green screen. You guys aren't gonna see that, obviously. But we'll see what's gonna be behind me after we do this trip. So anyways, I would love to hear your guys' comments down below. And if you guys liked my video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. And I really hope that you guys have a great day. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.